with more insight on the latest in the race for the White House, let's welcome in NewsNation political contributor George Will. George, it's good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be with you.
So let's talk about former President Trump's comments there, defending his remarks about being a dictator on day one if reelected. Now, his core supporters may not have a problem with those comments or almost anything he says, but seeing how he's facing a number of court cases and legal battles right now, could these comments hurt him legally?
I think they can hurt him, but his opponents are making way too much of this. Donald Trump had the powers of the presidency for 4 years, and he couldn't even fulfill his main promise in the 2016 campaign, which was to build a wall. The American institutions, the courts, the Congress, we've dispersed power in our country, and there's no question that you can't become a dictator just by winning an election.
I do want to ask you about this past Wednesday, of course, NewsNation holding the 4th Republican primary debate. There were on-stage fireworks early and often. Let's actually listen to this moment quickly.
We confront you on the debate stage, you say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to say
exactly what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
Well, this
now
is...
look,
hold
this
on.
is... And here's
This man is spewing. This man is spewing nonsense.
Let me tell you something. This is the fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So shut up for a little while.
All right, George, that was just one of those moments. But let me ask you, what was the biggest surprise of the debate for you? Who won and who lost?
I suppose the biggest surprise was that Mr. DeSantis showed up in a better way than he has before. But I think it's important to think about all of this way. We are at the end of the secondary primary. The secondary primary is to pick who will be in the primary against Donald Trump. And we're really down to two people. It's either going to be Nikki Haley or Governor DeSantis against Donald Trump, beginning probably in Iowa, but certainly after that in New Hampshire. So we're at the end of a two-phase primary here. And NewsNation's debate really was the end of that first half of the primary season.
Yeah, and to that end, I mean, the RNC says it will not be hosting any more debates, but with several more planned in early primary states, and also we hear Ron DeSantis calling for a one-on-one with Nikki Haley. I mean, what do you make of these calls for more unsanctioned debates?
The Republican National Committee may think it has the power to dictate this process. It doesn't. The candidates are going to do what they think is in their interest. The other networks and cable channels are going to do what's in their interest. And the Republican National Committee is a bystander of no particular importance.
George Will, always appreciate the context and time. NewsNation political contributor, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.